Hello and welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this video. Go carefully where you need to. We'll start standing and moving to the breath. An inhalation, lifting the arms, and an exhalation, lowering the arms. Wonderful. Keep going in your own time, allowing the breath to deepen and smooth, bringing your mind to your yoga practice, to your breath, to your physical body. Could come onto your toes if you wanted as you inhale and stretch, and lowering as you exhale. One more. Excellent. And we'll just go through the body in turn, just moving and wriggling your feet, your ankles, your toes, saying a hello. So how often do you think of your feet and your ankles and your toes? And then moving into the knees, noticing the muscles you need to use, and a thank you and a hello to your legs and knees. Moving hips. Again, this awareness, this thank you, this appreciation for the muscles, for the bones, the nerves, saying thank you. Aware of the trunk of the body and moving the trunk of the body, however suits you. Enjoying the flexibility and the movement allowed in the trunk of the body. And moving hands. You might like this movement. Help building strength in the forearms. And as you keep that going, you could move the elbows and the shoulders. In both directions. And releasing, roll the shoulders, move the head, neck, face with a thank you. And we'll do the breath of joy if you wish. 3 parts to the inhalation and 1 exhalation. As you inhale, bring the arms forward. Allow them to drop. Inhale more, take the arms out to the side, allow them to drop. Inhale even more, bring them forward and up. And at long last, the exhalation. Keep going. Inhale, inhale, inhale more. Exhale. Inhale, inhale more, inhale even more. Keep going in your own time. One more. Brilliant. Breathing normally, having a wriggle, doing anything you'd like to do. Okay, fantastic. Really nice. It's quite energizing, so if you're having one of those lazy days and you really need to be energized for the next thing you're going to do, put in a few rounds of breath of joy. So we'll do now the standing version of sun salutation sequence. We'll start in prayer position. Feeling the floor, your feet, your contact with the earth, grounded and safe. And then turning the palms to face forward and visualizing sunshine shining on the front surface of your body. A symbol of life and light. And then turning the palms to face behind you, aware of the whole of the back surface of the body, and visualizing sunlight shining on the back surface of your body, all the way from the heels to the top of the head. A symbol of light and life and your spiritual consciousness. Turning the palms to face each other and lifting the arms above the head and visualizing sunlight pouring down onto your head and through the body. Going to maybe lean back if you want to, or an alternative, elbows wide, palms forward, kinder for necks and backs. I'm going to step backwards into warrior posture. So stepping back into warrior. Take your arms wide, you can wriggle the feet a little until you feel comfortable. Endeavour to have the pelvis facing forward, both feet facing forward if they will. We'll take the arms out wide to start, relax the shoulders and visualise the sun in front of you, maybe away and onto the horizon. And a sense of drawing in the strength of the sun, the life of the sun. Take a breath there. Then turn the palms to face upwards. Take the arms halfway up to 45 degrees and take a breath there. Front knee bent, back leg straight. Then lifting the arms up towards the ceiling and take a breath there. Take the arms 45 degrees once more and a breath here. And back to horizontal, palms face the floor and a breath here. Remember which leg you stepped back with, and we'll step forward and into prayer position. And we'll do the same, but stepping with the other foot this time. Prayer position, little tone pelvic floor. Grounded, aware of the earth, steady. Palms forward, visualizing sun on the front of the body, life and consciousness. Turn the palms behind, visualize sun on the back surface of the body. Arms face each other up towards the ceiling. Sun on the top and through the body. Elbows wide or lean back. Stretching up once more and stepping back to warrior with the other leg. Arms out wide, pelvis facing forward, both feet facing forward if they will, but adjust to be comfortable. Feel where you need the strength, pelvic floor, abdominals perhaps. A breath with the arms wide. Turn the palms to the ceiling. A breath with the arms at 45 degrees. And then another breath with the arms above the head. Deep breath at 45 degrees. Then arms out wide, another breath. And stepping forward to prayer position. From here we'll do a forward bend. Bend the knees slightly, thumbs at the top of the legs, bottom out behind, lengthen the spine, and rotating halfway over. Feet parallel with each other, knees same distance apart as the feet if they will, spine long, looking at the floor beneath your nose. Breath or two there. Bit of strength in the abdominal muscles. If you wish, rotating further over, release the hands towards the floor, wherever they go. Release the head, looking behind you. Enjoying the forward bend, have a wriggle there, straighten or straighten-ish one leg, and then the other. Few breaths in your forward bend. You can come part way up and return to the forward bend. Then bringing the hands to the floor and onto hands and knees for our cat posture. Establishing a comfortable place for your hands, for your knees, for your wrists. And moving into your cat, downward cat, and upward cat. Using the wave movement if you wish, starting at the tailbone and travelling up the spine, vertebra by vertebra. So nice, this movement of the spine. Should really be a daily practice. When you next come to neutral cat, you might want to be near the front of your mat so you've got room for the legs behind. And straightening one leg out behind you, place the toes on the floor for half plank. Pushing strongly on the hands, bring the weight to the base of the fingers, not just the heel of the hands. Swapping sides, other leg away, toes on the floor, pushing strongly into the two hands and the foot. Tuck the tailbone under slightly, gauge the abdominal muscles. Stay there if it suits you. If you want to, lifting both feet away. Feet are on the floor, but straightening the legs. Plank posture, press up position, and hold and breathe. Come in and out as suits you. Ideally, body in a straight line, so hard to tell. If in doubt, lift the bottom a little higher rather than sagging. And when you're ready, place the knees on the floor. Take the bottom back for swan. Keep the hands forward if they will, so you're stretching into the shoulders. As the bottom goes back, stretching the back. Big bend for the hips, for the knees, for the ankles. Forehead on or towards the floor. Elbows still lifted if they will. If you're happy there, could lift the wrists. Come on to the fingertips. Further stretch for the shoulders. Releasing the wrists back to the floor. We're going to come to Cobra. The easiest version is to lift the head, come onto hands and knees once more, and bring the pelvis forward into your Cobra. Then returning, lift the pelvis and back to Swan. A stronger version is to keep the head low and nose close to the floor. Hands a long way forward helps. Keep the elbows off the floor but tucked in and scooping through and into your Cobra. As you're working with your Cobra, you can come up and down. You can have a wriggle there. Endeavour to keep the pelvis on the floor, the upper back long, shoulders down away from the ears. Don't have to straighten the arms. You can experiment with your hand position, your head position, tucking the tailbone under. If you want to build with strength, could bring the arms by your side, squeezing the shoulders, lifting the head end of the body, the chest, and as much as will lift. Smooth, gentle breaths. Resting if you've worked enough. For a stronger version, you could lift the legs as well. Resting if you wish. If you're somebody who really enjoys back bends, aiming towards your feet and possibly bow posture. Releasing from your version of Cobra. Bring the hands to the sides of the chest, pushing onto hands and knees. Tuck the toes under. We'll do plank or down dog. In your down dog, you can have a wriggle. You can come up and down as suits you. Do the variations of dog that you like, one-legged perhaps, one hand perhaps. If you wish, we'll experiment with the distance between the hands and the feet. Perhaps come on to hands and knees and take the hands one step further forward, working with your dog from here. Return to hands and knees, and if you've got room, one step further forward with the hands, or maybe back with the knees. Ensure you're still on your mat. And if you've got room, one more step. And we'll bring the hands in, one step, your down dog, and another step, down dog. Maybe another. One more. Possibly now, walking the hands towards the feet into forward bend. Holding for a breath or two. When you're ready to come to standing, bend the knees, lift the head, and come to standing. And moving and have a wriggle and anything you'd like to do. And we'll work with some standing balances now. We'll start with heron. Heron is nice because we can do it as a moving sequence and building up the pauses in the sequence. So as you inhale, take the arms wide and lift one knee. And as you exhale, return the arms to the side and the foot to the floor. And then the other side, inhaling, lifting, 2 arms, 1 knee. And as you exhale, returning, feet to the floor, hands to the side. And as you continue to work this way in time with your breath, You may find that at the end of the inhalation, and as you've lifted, you can just find a pause. And as you exhale, returning. The other side, inhaling, the end of the inhalation, a pause, a stillness in the balance. Exhaling, return to steady. If you wish, you can build this pause for a whole breath. Inhale, lifting, then hold the balance as you exhale and inhale. And on the next exhale, returning to the steady position. If it suits you, next time you return to your first side, holding for a few breaths. Can hold on to a wall if you want to, or keep the moving version of heron going. Notice where you need the strength to hold that leg. So you do need pelvic floor engaged, abdominal muscles engaged, breastbone lifting, arms stretching wide. Gaze on a steady point helps with the balance. Swapping sides when you're ready. When you've worked enough, releasing and doing anything you feel you'd like to do. Staying with heron if you want. Or if you wish, we'll build this into a version of dancer. This version of dancer. Yeah, I'll go this way round. So we'll go into this step by step, my favourite way of doing this dancer. So we'll start steady standing. Feet comfortably under the hips, parallel with each other. Aware of the floor, the earth. Grounded, steady. Lifting from that firm foundation of the pelvic floor, the breastbone, top of the head, shoulders relaxed, breath relaxed, gaze perhaps to the wall in front of you. Peaceful standing. And pouring the weight into one leg, and peeling the heel, the other foot off the floor, and leave the toes on the floor. Take a breath there, return the heel to the floor, weight over both feet, and steady standing. Pouring the weight into the other foot and peeling the heel. Toes on the floor, and take a breath there. Turn the heel, weight over both feet equally, and steady standing. And pour the weight into the first leg, and peel the heel, and lift the toes just an inch from the floor. Have the arms wider for balance if you want to, and a breath there. Return the toes, return the heel, and steady standing. And pouring the weight, peeling the heel, and lifting the toes. And take a breath. Notice where you need the strength to maintain this lifted leg. Pelvic floor, yes. Abdominal muscles, yes. Standing leg, lengthened. Breastbone lifted, crown of the head lifted. Shoulders relaxed, breath relaxed. Return the toes, return the heel, and steady standing. Pour the weight, peel the heel, lift the toes, take a breath, lift the knee higher if you want to. If your back doesn't like it, keep the toes near the floor and take a breath. Return the toes, return the heel, steady standing. Pour the weight, peel the heel, lift the toes, gauge the strength, lift the knee higher if you wish. Take a breath, enjoying the posture. Return the toes, return the heel, and steady standing. Pour the weight, peel the heel, lift the toes, gauge the strength, lift the knee, and flex the ankle so it's held steady at 90 degrees. Heel away, toes towards the wall in front of you. And take a breath. Return the toes, return the heel, and steady standing. Pour the weight, peel the heel, lift the toes, gauge the strength, lift the knee, flex the ankle, hold it steady, take a breath, enjoy the posture. Return the toes, return the heel, and steady standing. Pour the weight, peel the heel, lift the toes, gauge the strength, lift the knee, flex the ankle, rotate the hip so the knee stays in the same place but the foot moves across the body. Take a breath, release the hip, return the toes, return the heel, standing steady. Pour the weight, peel the heel, lift the toes, engage the strength, lift the knee, flex the ankle, rotate the hip, knee in the same place, foot comes across the body. Take a breath, enjoy the posture, release the hip, return the toes, return the heel, standing steady. Breath or two now, just in mountain posture. Keep the sense of steadiness in the standing if you can. If you need to wriggle and move, that's fine. The hand positions that go with this dancer posture is chin mudra, tips of the thumb and first fingers touching, the other fingers straight or straightish. And this is symbolic gesture represented. The first finger represents yourself, your ego perhaps, your inner self. And the thumb represents your higher self, or the divine in you, the divine in the world around you. And bringing the two to touch is symbolic of a sense of union, bringing your small inner self in touch with that which is divine. And you could have the hands over your heart center, or in dancer posture you can keep one hand over the heart center and the other one over the head, circle pointing upwards, the lifted hand, the circle facing forward of the heart center hand. I quite like lifting. This posture can be done either leg and either side. I quite like lifting if the left leg is lifted, lifting the right arm quite high. But as I said, it can be done either way. So let's add the hands into the posture if you want to. Standing steady. And pouring the weight. And peeling the heel. And lifting the toes. Engaging the strength. Lifting the knee. Flexing the ankle. Rotate the hip. Bring the hands into chin mudra at the heart center and lifting one arm. Dancer posture and take a breath here. Release the arms, release the hip, return the toes, standing steady. Pouring the weight, peeling the heel, lifting the toes, engage the strength, lift the knee, flex the ankle, rotate the hip, bring the hands into chin mudra, rest at the heart center or lifting one arm high. Dancer posture and take a breath or two. Release the arms, release the hip, return the toes, return the heel, standing steady. There is one more step if you want to, and that involves bending the standing leg when you're in your final posture. So if you're ready, pouring the weight, peeling the heel, lifting the toes, engage the strength, lift the knee, flex the ankle, rotate the hip, hand gesture, lifting one arm, bending the standing knee. Take a breath or several breaths. And straightening the knee, releasing the hands, release the hip, Return the toes, return the heels, standing steady. The other side, pouring the weight, peeling the heel, lifting the toes, engaging the strength, lifting the knee, flex the ankle, rotate the hip, hands in chin mudra, lifting one arm, bend the standing leg, holding for a few breaths. Straightening the leg, releasing the hands, release the hip, return the toes, return the heel, standing steady. There is another step to that posture, and that is when you're in your final posture, you could lift up onto your toes. I can't do it, so I'm not going to show you, but if you wanted to practice once more yourself, and let me know if you succeed. Okay, so thank you. So what we do now, we deserve a relaxation, so coming to a comfortable place to relax. Perhaps most of the sequence we've done there's not many twists, so as we come to relax, just take a few twists. So you could do standing twists now if you wanted, or as you come to sitting or lying, just twist on your way to a comfortable place for relaxation. Enjoying your twists. Moving or stationary. And if there's anything else you'd like to do, might like bicycle or hip circles. Or shoulder rotations. Or movement of the forearms, the hands, the fingers, the neck and head. And finding that place where you are comfortable, the spine is long, shoulders relaxed. And gently become aware of your breath. Could rest the hands on the tummy if you want. And feeling the natural rhythm of your breath. Fast or slow, it's all fine. You're just watching. And allow each exhalation to relax your whole body. With each exhalation, allow the whole body to soften and melt into your support. Relaxed and calm and peaceful. And begin to notice the place at the end of each exhalation. That tiny moment before the inhalation comes. And you may be aware of a tiny pause. No effort, just notice. And within that tiny pause, looking for a sense of stillness, and a sense of peace. A tiny moment where there is nothing to do. Still and calm and peaceful. And gently releasing the awareness from the breath. Allow the breath to return to normal. Bring the awareness once more to your physical body. Begin to move and awaken the physical body. Having a stretch and a deep inhalation if you want to. Hugging the knees, twists, hip circles, bridge, anything you wish. And if you're lying down, rolling to one side, waiting for a moment. And then up to sitting. And that's the end of this video. Thank you. Shanti. Peace. And don't forget to subscribe if you want more of these free videos. Thank you. Bye.